How much was the apartment?
It was
Wow, okay. Would you have any advice for someone that's coming down here to actually look for love?
What I always tell people, especially the guys here, is if it seems too good to be real, run, because it is.
What's up, everybody? Andrew back here with another interview on Colombia, and today I'm with Steve. What's up, Steve? How you doing?
How you doing? Good.
Good. Steve, tell us where you're from.
I'm originally from San Francisco.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You couldn't tell.
You even have the Warriors shorts
I have the Warriors shorts on. I went all in.
How long have you been in Medellin?
I've been here 8 years.
8 years.
It seems like, I want to say too long, but no, it's not too long.
So Steve, what do you do for a living?
I'm a journalist part-time for Medellin.co, and I'm also a sales dev rep.
That's cool. For a company, I'm assuming, out of San Francisco?
No, actually, the company is remote everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And we have a lot of people here, and Argentina, everywhere, all over the world.
A big question that I get a lot on the channel is, you know, people want to come down here and live, but they just don't have a way to support themselves because they're working like a 9-to-5 in the US. How did you get your sales dev job? Was it something that you had to look for really hard, or?
I looked for something that was remote,
right,
and something that would still let me kind of work different hours.
And was that something you found on like a job site or something?
Yeah, I found it on No Desk.
Oh, No Desk. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, No Desk. Check that out, guys. NoDesk.com. In regards to, I guess, budget, you know, living in Ciudad del Rio, roughly what would you say is your budget per month?
So this last year bought an apartment there.
Oh, nice.
So it ended up being the rent would have been more than just buying. So I said,
wow.
You know what,
I'm
just gonna get a mortgage and buy a place.
So you got a Colombian mortgage?
Yeah.
But you've been here for 8 years.
I've been here 8 years.
You've developed credit.
Yep. I started a route. I got a route my first year here.
Okay, cool.
And I've just been building it slowly.
Okay, for those of you guys that don't know what a route is, it's like a tax ID number.
Basically, it's like our social security number in the U.S.
And you build credit on that, and you were able to qualify for a loan and get the apartment. If you don't mind me asking, how much was the apartment?
It was $575 million.
Wow. Okay, so just over $100,000. Yeah. Felt like 130. Yeah. 130 in Ciudad del Rio. Last year?
Nice apartment in November.
So imagine all those people that bought back then, or even before then. It must have been even cheaper, right?
Well, yes and no. I thought about this because my other apartment was. They wanted to sell it for $475,000. It's huge. But the problem was the dollar was 2,500.
Oh, okay.
So depending on with the exchange rate, I mean, I paid in pesos, so it doesn't matter to me either way. This lifestyle here is absolutely the best. It's everything. It's the weather's perfect.
Yeah.
It's more perfect today than normal. But there's also the food. You can get food options pretty inexpensive here. Cooking, you can cook for yourself and eat really good food, and it's not utterly ghastly expensive like it is in the US. The people are really friendly here. It's another really big thing.
Yeah.
A lot of curiosity about, oh my gosh, tell me why you're here. What made you come here? What made you stay?
Yeah.
So they're very proud of this city. And I love that.
I'm here in my studio, and you know what that means. It's time to pay some bills. Number one, if you're looking to buy a property here in Medellin, there's a link to a form in the description. You fill it out, and somebody on my team will get back to you and will help you find your dream apartment. Number two, if you're coming here as a tourist, even if it's a repeat visit, there's a link to the Medellin Made Easy course, which is basically the best guide you can have, which is the ultimate guide to visiting Medellin. For $47, you get the complete course, and you get lifetime access to our Facebook group, where I'm there to answer all of your questions. Number three, if you're looking to relocate to Medellin, check out the MedellinMasterclass.com. It's a 6-hour course that teaches you everything you need to know about moving to Medellin, and you also get lifetime access to our private WhatsApp group with other people that have taken the course that are already living here or planning to come here, so you can network. All of the links are in the description. Let's get back to the video.
The biggest issue that I have right now is with the tourists that are coming here for the wrong thing. And what that does is it makes the police kind of look at, oh look, there's a foreigner. Yeah. They're probably up to no good. Okay. So let's stop them and frisk them and do everything. It just gives a bad reputation to us as foreigners, tourists here. You're like, I pay taxes here. I'm one of you. I'm one of you. Ish.
Yeah.
Miti paisa.
Yeah, miti paisa.
When I was renovating my apartment, the Colombian time moves a little slower.
Okay. Yeah.
1 week to do something was 4 weeks.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
like,
Yep, I've renovated a couple, and it
you
takes
know,
a long time.
You know very well.
It takes a long time, even for the best of the people. Really,
It's true.
It does.
And it wasn't exactly the contractor's fault. It was the suppliers and
Yeah.
then other people dragging their feet. So.
Yeah. What about safety? Any concerns there? Have you ever been robbed here
No. I've
in the 8 years you've been here?
never been robbed. I'm always looking around though. I'm always aware of my surroundings. And I'm not walking around with my phone out in my hand.
Do you feel paranoid?
No.
Okay. Those are big questions because, we get comments all the time.
Of course.
Like, I would never want to live in a place where I feel paranoid the whole time, and I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to live like that.
I wouldn't either. And if you're a nervous person, you'll feel paranoid.
Yeah. So now I've been here 14 years, and none of that shit's ever happened to me. I'm like, how do people get into these situations sometimes?
I know how. We know how.
Rhetorical question.
Yeah.
But
But I think that it's what I always tell people, especially the guys here, is if it seems too good to be real, run, because it is, hands down. That goes as far as the dating apps, everything. Just avoid dating apps as much as you can. Especially older guys, they come here and they're like, oh, I'm 50 years old, I'm going to date a 20-year-old girl. Well, she's not with you for your charming personality. She's with you for what you can provide. And that's when you see a huge age gap, that's generally what it is. Don't bring somebody back to your apartment or your hotel right away. It's best to meet in public areas, obviously. It's a pretty, I would say obviously, but it's not that obvious.
yeah, it's true.
Apparently. Be smart and be realistic about what you're doing in dating. If you can do that, you're going to be fine. The first red flag I always see, and this sounds bad, but if a 19-year-old girl has a brand new iPhone 15 and long nails and all that stuff, chances are that's probably not somebody you want to date at 45 years old. You leave that one alone. And if she comes to you, even still, run even faster. If somebody shows affection right out of the gate, no.
Yeah, there's an ulterior motive.
Always.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. What keeps you here?
I think the biggest thing that keeps me here is the cost of living, for one. We can go to places like this and it's beautiful. People are happy. I can walk around with my dog places. I can take my dog everywhere because there's a very dog-friendly culture. So
Yeah.
The food is amazing. I have no problems here.
Yeah. So
I can live a lot calmer than I can at home.
do you ever see yourself going back to the States and living there long term?
No, I don't.
Really?
I think the closest I could get is probably Puerto Rico.
Okay. Steve, he's got the best damn muffins in town. Like, they're like moist muffins. ¿Qué tienes de nuevo hoy?
Está de Ochoa, Guayaba.
Guayaba.
Ahora la-
What do you like uchuva? They got banana. They've got maracuyá.
Banana sounds good.
Banana. What would you just say to someone that's maybe sitting in San Francisco, in California, like you were 8 years ago, dreaming of coming to live in Medellin, or planning, or maybe even just planning to visit? What would you advise someone? What would you tell someone?
I would say to whoever wants to come here for a month. So that way you get yourself out of vacation mode. Because when you're here for a week or 2 weeks, you're in vacation mode the whole time. Work remotely if you can. Ask your employer to let you work remotely. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And in my old company, nobody ever worked remotely. So I just went to my boss and said, I made a case. I think it's smart for me to be down here. He said, yeah, I like it. It was easier than I thought. But go to your boss, work here, live here for a month before you make a concrete decision about coming here, because it's not for everybody. It's not. And if you're a nervous person, or you're easily scared, or not very street smart, you're not going to have a good time. That's the plain and simple of it.
If you could sum up Medellin maybe in a sentence or even a word, how would you do it?
I would say Medellin es una chimba.
Perfect. Thank you, man.